Good evening and welcome to Justeventoneline News at 9. I am Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Federal government empowers 39,000 Katsina MSMEs with 2.5 billion naira grants. Senate proposes life jail for child molesters. AGF orders multi-agency probe over presidential pardon. Representative question HIV and AIDS burden despite $4.6 billion foreign aid. NIMechE Ilorin chapter inaugurates engineer Babalola Mashood as 5th chairman. Inducts new members. FCT achieving unprecedented development under Tinubu. Nigeria, South Africa strengthens bilateral ties. FCCPC warns food vendors against harmful substance, unsafe practices. Now the news in details. Vice President Kashim Shettima has said over 39,000 micro, small and medium enterprises in Katsina State have benefited from federal government interventions worth about 2.5 billion naira, while 23 rural enterprises have accessed more than 112 million naira under the Rural Area Program on Investment for Development. Shettima made this known at the 9th Expanded National MSME Clinic held in Katsina, where he also announced President Bola Tinubu's approval of an unconditional grant of 250,000 naira for each outstanding MSME exhibition at the event. The Senate on Tuesday passed a bill prescribing life imprisonment for anyone found guilty of sexually defiling minors in a move to stem the rising tide of child sexual abuse across the country. The passage of the bill comes amid mounting contempt over increasing cases of pedophile and child molestation, which have left many victims physically and psychologically scared. Presenting the motion, Senator Adams Oshomole stressed that the offense of defiling a minor should be treated differently from that of raping an adult. Deputy Senate President Senator Jibrin Barrow also supported the motion, insisting that offenders should face punishment without the option of fine. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi's son, has ordered a multi-agency review of the proposed presidential pardon list. Involved in the probe of the list are the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, and the police. The exercise may result in more than half of the nominees being dropped. The House of Representatives has expressed concern that Nigeria continues to record one of the world's highest HIV and AIDS burdens, despite receiving more than $4.6 billion in international health assistance in recent years. At its plenary on Tuesday, the House resolved to probe the utilization of the grants and donations advanced to Nigeria between 2021 and 2025 by the Global Fund and the United States Agency for International Development. The lawmakers noted that although the funds were meant to tackle HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and other diseases, Nigeria's health indices remain among the poorest globally. The Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers, NIMechE, Ilorin chapter, has inaugurated its 5th chairman, Engineer Babalola Mashood Bolaji, held on Wednesday at the Branch Engineering Center, Tanke, Ilorin. The event featured the induction of new corporate, graduate, and student members. With the theme, Innovation and Opportunity, Charting the Future Prospects of Mechanical Engineering, the ceremony brought together professionals, academics, and stakeholders from the engineering community to celebrate leadership transition and professional growth. The outgoing chairman, Engineer S.A. Yaya, urged new leadership to consolidate on past successes, uphold professional ethics, and sustain the chapter's reputation. In his inaugural address, Engineer Babalola pledged to promote excellence, mentorship, and collaboration within the chapter, while emphasizing youth empowerment and technological advancement as key focus areas of his administration. He emphasized the need to empower young engineers and explore new frontiers in mechanical engineering practice.
I feel happy, I feel elated, in fact, I am flabbergasted on this new position because it's all about dedication, it's all about hard work, it's all about sincerity, it's all about perseverance. And the story has been interesting. It has all been about hard work, it has all been about commitment, which has brought me to where I am today. The reason is not far-fetched. The recently 38th International Conference, which was hosted at Lagos State, the Lagos Airport Hotel, we came out outstanding at the 38th International Conference and Annual General Meeting, AGM, where we got 2 elected or elective national position. One is the Vice National Chairman from Ilorin chapter at the national level. We also won Statutory Audit Committee member at the national level.
The new chairman also called on all members to work together to advance the cause of mechanical engineering in Ilorin and beyond, while stating that the chapter will remain firm in our continued service to ensure members remain scientifically and technically abreast with their technical knowledge through industrial visits.
So we are not only doing the talk, but we are doing the work, and we are ready to change or upgrade to the next level so that Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers, NIMechE, flag will be flying across Nigeria. We are already been given encomium, praises, but we will continue to do the work in order to have a better Kwara. There are so many things that are in place that we wish to sustain. We talk of capacity building for our members, training and retraining, CAD, solid work competitions and training for students. We also do career day talk for secondary school students in order to catch them young into the field of mechanical engineering. Apart from that, we have our annual monthly general meetings. We also carry out technical industrial visits in order to keep our members abreast of the evolution in science and technology around the world. We wish to be presenter and lead for others to follow.
Speaking on the theme, the guest speaker, Professor Manju Olayinka Durowoju, underscored the critical role of innovation and technology-driven solutions in advancing the engineering profession and addressing national development challenges.
The topic is innovation and opportunities, charting a course for the mechanical engineers. So, mechanical engineers are the bedrock of the society. Why? Because most of the machines that we use, I said most of the machines that we use in virtually all the sectors, in the health sector, in the military, in education, in research and development, the machines are produced by mechanical engineers. So, and presently, most of these machines I mentioned, they are being imported into the country. Understand? And we are training mechanical engineers. We are graduating mechanical engineers every year. Despite that, we are importing these machines. In fact, it will sadden one when we see that when some of our people are sick, we have to take them abroad to go and use the machines that we can produce here. Understand? And we spend a lot of money to do that. So I'm now challenging the mechanical engineers that this is the time we wear our thinking cap and we start producing these machines. From the knowledge we have gathered, we have been given the foundations in our field of engineering. We can build on these foundations to produce all these machines. So that was my message to the inductees and the fellow mechanical engineers who attended the inauguration today.
Also speaking, the Olupo of Ajashaikpo, Oba Barrister Ismail Yaya Mohammed Atoloye, congratulated the newly inaugurated chairman and urged the institution to continue strengthening professional bonds and inspiring the next generation of engineers.
This program, I'm highly delighted to be here for no other reason because the son of the soil of Ajashaikpo, Engineer Mashood Babalola Mobolaji, is being inaugurated today as the 5th chairman of the Institute of Society of Engineers, Ilorin chapter, Kwara State today. The gentleman being inaugurated is somebody who is what is sought, who had performed creditably, excellently in his field of studies. I've come to know him for about 5 years plus, and at different times he has come to report to me his various achievements. And this is yet another achievement. In the last few years of knowing him as the son of Ajashaikpo, I got to know him as the Deputy Chief VIO, Kwara State, from where he was promoted to serve as Executive Director of Kwatma in the same Kwara State. He had represented this professional body at various levels in this country where they perform creditably excellently. I am convinced and fortified that with his emergence as the 5th chairman of this chapter, the chapter is going to witness a whole lot of development, experience a lot of good things. I pray the Lord Almighty Allah that has seen him through will see him through this new journey by the special grace of God, and he will come out in flying color as he has done in his various previous undertakings by the special grace of God.
The event also featured a presentation of awards and cash gift, sponsored by former Commissioner for Works and Transport, Engineer Sulaiman Rotimi Ilyasu. The Federal Capital Authority Minister, Wike, has said the territory has recorded unprecedented infrastructural pace in the past 2 years under President Bola Tinubu's administration. The minister said the president's achievements within the past 2 years have shamed the opposition. He urged Nigerians, particularly FCT residents, to continue to support the president program and policies. Nigeria and South Africa have committed to deepening political and economic cooperation following a political consultation held in Abuja. Co-chaired by Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, As South Africa's Deputy Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Thandi Muraka, the meeting was held under the framework of a Memorandum of Understanding signed at the 10th Binational Commission in 2021 and reaffirmed during the 11th BNC in 2024. According to a joint communique by both parties on political consultation, the meeting addressed a wide range of bilateral and regional content, including trade and investment, defense, migration, multilateral diplomacy, and the African Union's Agenda 2063. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has warned food vendors, processors, and traders against the use of harmful chemicals and unhygienic practices that endanger public health, stressing that anyone who prioritizes profit over consumer safety will face the full wrath of the law. The Executive Vice Chairman of the FCCPC, Mr. Olatunji Bello, gave a warning during a one-day sensitization campaign on food quality standards, safety and regulation, and fair business practices held in Gombe. Represented by Director of Quality Assurance and Development, Dr. Nkechi Umba, Bello said the campaign formed part of the Commission's effort to educate Nigerians on the dangers of food alteration, unsafe processing methods, and unfair market practices. And that will be all on Justeventoneline news at 9. Here's the recap of the story. Federal government empowers 39,000 Katsina MSMEs with 2.5 billion naira grants. Senate proposes life jail for child molesters. AGF orders multi-agency probe over presidential pardon. Representative question HIV and AIDS burden despite $4.6 billion foreign aid. NIMechE Ilorin chapter inaugurates Engineer Babalola Mashood as 5th chairman, inducts new members. FCT achieving unprecedented development under Tinubu. Nigeria, South Africa strengthens bilateral ties. FCCPC warn food vendors against harmful. And that will be all on Justeventoneline news at 9. Here's the recap of the story. Federal government empowers 39,000 Katsina MSMEs with 2.5 billion naira grants. Senate proposes life jail for child molesters. AGF orders multi-agency probe over presidential pardon. Representative question HIV and AIDS burden despite $4.6 billion foreign aid. NIMechE Ilorin chapter inaugurates Engineer Babalola Mashood as 5th chairman, inducts new members. FCT achieving unprecedented development under Tinubu. Nigeria, South Africa strengthens bilateral ties. FCCPC warn food vendors against harmful.